नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं सुशील भारती और आप देख रहे हैं अपना खास प्रोग्राम रूबरू। जैसा कि आप सब जानते हैं कि रूबरू प्रोग्राम में हम आपकी मुलाकात कराते हैं किसी न किसी एक खास मेहमान से। आज हम आपकी मुलाकात कराने जा रहे हैं सोनिया गोलानी जी से, जो कि फाउंडर सीईओ हैं मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टेंट्स ग्रुप के और एक साथ में बेस्ट सेलर राइटर भी हैं। सोनिया जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे स्टूडियो में।
थैंक यू सुशील जी।
जी सोनिया जी, ये जो आपका फाउंडर सीईओ मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टेंट ग्रुप, इकोनॉमिक्स, मैनेजमेंट और उस पर अचानक जो है लेखन की तरफ, राइटिंग की तरफ जो झुकाव है, इसके पीछे क्या स्टोरी रही?
मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टेंट्स ग्रुप मैंने 1998 में सेटअप करा था बिकॉज I think I have that entrepreneurial instinct in me, and it was well supported and encouraged by my husband and by my parents. And I wanted to do something where I could interact with people, and recruitment offered a tremendous opportunity to do that. So we recruit mainly MBAs and CAs, mainly for banking, financial services, insurance, and FMCG sector.
Okay.
So this was a very exciting experience for me because right from management trainees, 2 years plus experience management trainees, up to 20 years, we did the entire cycle of positions as far as these management positions are concerned. And then at, after about nearly substantial 10 plus years experience in this area, having experienced the entire gamut, I was having that urge to experience something more stimulating, and which is what I thought that I wanted to interact with decision makers, with the CEOs, and particularly women, because it was very inspiring to see that how they lead such big organizations, for which many of which we were recruiting also. And being a woman myself, I know that what challenges one faces, particularly when you become a young mother and when you have a small child, and through that all, facing all of it, how these women rise to lead such big organizations. I was very curious to know their stories, and I also feel that it is very important to have such stories from within our milieu, and there was no such book at that time. And I thought it was a very good opportunity for me to interact personally, meet with all of them, and put their stories across in a book, which can be very inspiring for myself and for others who are looking at making a career for themselves like them. Not only for the women, but probably such books are very helpful for the parents of such women, for husbands who want to support their wives, for brothers, and for them as themselves as professionals. Because if you look at them as successful professionals, not just women, there is a lot which even men can learn from these stories.
Gee, then I know that's what your first book came, the Corporate Divas.
Yes.
So what was the interaction, what did you learn, with this interaction and motivated you to write the book?
Yes. So once this concept was in my mind, then I wrote to Penguin about this, that this is what I want to do. And well, my story is not like one of those where, they say that they sent it to 20 publishers, it got rejected. It was instantly accepted, and they wanted this book to be done. I think the concept appealed, and it is the strength of the concept which really takes your book through. It clicked, and Penguin Random House signed the contract with me, and they were equally excited to do this book with me. And that's where my journey began of meeting, the 18 ladies who are covered in this book. And the division that I have in this book is that we have 9 women professionals who have done exceedingly well in their professional career, and they've reached the top. And there are 9 women who come from family business background. So, and how they have sort of taken the reins of the business in their hands, and they are running it very efficiently. So that's the division the book has. And in terms of my experience of, as you asked me that what my experience was of meeting these women, it was hugely inspiring, interesting, motivating. I think nothing like I'd ever done in my life this far. That was the experience, that was the thrill I had.
So that was the different world altogether.
It was altogether different. And And I met, my first meeting was with Naina Lal Kidwai.
Okay.
She is a very charismatic personality. She's one woman who has many firsts to her credit. She's the first woman who went to Harvard Business School. And she's the first woman president of FICCI also. And a whole lot of other firsts as such in terms of heading a multinational bank in India. She's the first woman to do that. It was a terrific experience. I was completely, you can say that hooked on to that I want to do this more and, you know, speak to more women. And I think the similar experience followed when I met with Shikha Sharma, when I met with Chanda Kochar. And they are such dynamic women that it can nothing but inspire you to you know, think bigger, to take your ambition higher, and as you know, Manisha Girotra says in my book, not be apologetic about it. Like most women are apologetic about their ambition, they feel guilty about it. But no, I don't think that, you know, it's, if one doesn't have to be constrained by anything. If that is the potential you have, that is what you want to do, it should find expression. And also another very important thing which women say in the book is that you should be able to enlist support of people around you. You know, how many people can offer you support so that you realize that what your potential is, what you want to achieve in life, what your calling is. I think that takes women pretty far in as much as they are able to enlist the support of people around them, whether it's their husband or whether it's their in-laws or their mother or children. I think everyone plays a role in
बिल्कुल। सोनिया, क्या खास लगा आपको? आप इन 18 महिलाओं से मिली हैं आप, क्या खास बात थी जो सब में आपको सिमिलर नजर आई?
One is their high level of commitment.
Okay.
That you know, come what may, their steadfastness, their perseverance, through everything they stay firm and they continue to progress on the path that they've chosen. And that, as you know, somebody has said that walk you must, even if it is slowly. Then you're going to finally reach the destination that. And many times you don't even know the destination also, because things just open up. Like for quite a few of them, India was not a liberalized economy till 91. So they might have not probably thought at that juncture when they started their career that they are going to be heading the private banks in the country and they are going to reach the top. It's like you are dedicated, you are committed on your path, you're giving your best every day. So that best every day opens up the path to many more opportunities which you also cannot visualize. It's with time that, you know, they open up in front, and then you are the best person who's chosen to do that task. And that's how you just, you know, at one day finally you'll probably be heading the organizations like them. Or even if you don't, at the end of the day, you know that you've lived a fulfilled life. Because what you started out to do, you have through all struggles and pressures, which inevitably every human being faces, whether a man or a woman. But you surpass all of it and you continue on your path. So that determination, that perseverance is, I think, something which is absolutely commendable. It goes without saying that they merit, you know, which from time to time they prove. So that apart, I think at the end of it, it's your determination and perseverance, which is the single most distinguishing factor about anybody who achieves anything in life.
I know. सोनिया, एक चीज़ और भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि जब आप किसी के जीवन के बारे में लिखते हैं तो आपको बहुत सावधानी बरतनी पड़ती है फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर को लेकर के। कई बार जो इंसिडेंट्स हैं उनको लेकर के बहुत ही संवेदनशील होना पड़ता है, सेंसिटिव होना पड़ता है, क्योंकि एज ए राइटर वो जिम्मेदारी आपके ऊपर होती है। तो दो बातें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, एक तो अंडरस्टैंडिंग और दूसरी भाषा। तो इस पर आपकी क्या स्ट्रेटजी रही व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग ऑन दिस प्रोजेक्ट?
Yeah, so one, I try to do as much, you know, possible from my side that I'm right with facts. I do my thorough research, and that's a lot of time I spend on, because I don't want to sort of hear from the other person that, you know, they were, and I do the best from my side, what I can in terms of researching, understanding the person, putting out the article, and then I definitely like to run it through them for any factual errors, if at all. And invariably, in most cases, I don't see that, you know, they have much to say, because I think I've done my job thoroughly. So, which is what I believe in, that, you know, you have to be good at your job and you get support from the other end also.
Lovely. And what kind of response did you get, you know, when this book released, The Corporate Divas?
Yeah. The response was extremely good, and there are people who vouch by this book, and there are women who are themselves very ambitious, and and they have that spark in them. And I've heard it's very gratifying for me to know that many of them have come up and told me that they keep it always in their bag, because whenever they need inspiration, they just have to open up some chapter, read it, and they feel very energized and they feel very motivated.
Great.
And they're raring to go after reading stories of people from within our environment, which is what I strongly believe in, that how much the stories from within our milieu can influence you. I think stories from other lands may have some impact, but not as much as what impacts you in your immediate surroundings.
Lovely.
That's which, of course, within the family, if you have, that's best. And if not, then you go a little further in your society, and you have umpteen such examples which is what I thought was a gap, and I tried to fill that gap. Yeah.
सोनिया, आपकी जो लेखन है, आपका जो राइटिंग है, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पिरेशन इन्वॉल्व है, और आप इंस्पायर करती हैं अपनी राइटिंग से.
Yes.
आपने एक और जो आपकी बहुत अच्छी बुक है कि माई लाइफ माई रूल्स, ये भी आपने किताब लिखी है, और उसमें आपने अनकन्वेंशनल्स जो स्टोरीज हैं उनको आपने लिया है उसके अंदर. तो बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं वो करना चाहते हैं अपने जीवन में, कुछ बनना चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो बन नहीं पाते हैं, उनकी कुछ सिचुएशंस अलाउड नहीं करती हैं इस तरह की. सो ये कैसे अचानक आया आपके माइंड में?
Yeah, so जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि मैंने once I wrote Corporate Divas, it was such an enriching experience that I wanted to continue that journey. I wanted to go on with that experience. And the next theme that appealed to me very much was this theme on unconventional careers, on my life, my rules, which is basically following one's heart and doing what one's calling in life is. And the way I conceptualized the whole theme is that I chose, the 18 people I wanted to cover in the book who had brilliant academic achievements to their credit. They were either from IIT, or they did their, postdoctoral degree from US, or they were architects, or they were doctors. And how at the end of the day they were not happy doing what they were. So it is like breaking a myth. It is like bursting a myth that you need to do what you have done all your life, and on that path you need to continue. And they chose got into careers midstream. They got into something else which they had not studied for. And that's what my book propounds, that having a second career, changing midstream is perfectly fine. And following your heart and for your happiness, for your long-term satisfaction is perfectly a done thing. And these stories are the ones which in detail bring it out, that what people went through, that how there is an MSc in microbiology, Rahul Akerkar, who went to US to acquire his qualification. So many years of his life he put in getting this degree. And at that stage he realized that at the end of the day he actually wanted to be a chef, because that gave him maximum happiness. So how he went ahead and became an entrepreneur, became a chef, and that's what gave fulfillment to his life. And he carried on this path. So similar, there are stories of Harsha Bhogle, who is an IIM Ahmedabad graduate, but then finally he is into professional, everybody knows him as the voice of cricket. So what life is like for such people who acquired the top-notch degrees, whether in India or abroad, and then midway they just decide to do what their passion, what their calling is. That Rahul Ram of the Indian Ocean Band, the first of its kind. So not many people know that he's actually a doctorate in environmental toxicology. So how many years of his life he would have spent doing that, and then now he's known more for the music that he makes than for the research and all that academic work that he had done. So these things require courage on a daily basis, and I love stories of courage. That
that
these
inspires you.
Yes, and courage doesn't just mean that you are fighting at the border, or you are doing something in terms of bravery. Courage, we experience it in our day-to-day life, in small things. That how living a happy, fulfilled life according to what your talents are, what you're meant for, I think that also is highly courageous, and we need inspiration in that area from others. And I think that is pretty much said in our society these days, that we try to measure everyone with the same yardstick.
Yeah.
The way our schools and college curriculum is, that you know, if you've seen that popular cartoon where they show a rabbit, an elephant and a fish, and everybody is expected to climb a tree. But that's not what people all are supposed to do, be a doctor or an engineer. We need also artists in our society. We also need musicians in our society. We also need somebody, you know, who can do other things which are equally important to make a society very healthy. So how that mindset needs to change of parents also. They need to be supportive and not push their children in something what their talents are not meant for. And that every individual recognizes over a period of time.
When you met these people, so were there any kind of a regret that, you know, they were just feeling कि हमने वो कर लिया होता पहले तो हम और भी आगे पहुंच जाते, ऐसा कुछ आपको लगा क्या?
Well, I think in the course of probably while they were pursuing whatever and they were not feeling fulfillment, like Tarun Tahiliani, he was doing business management and he was working in a factory. You can imagine now looking at Tarun Tahiliani that he's such a popular fashion designer. Can you ever imagine him that he would have spent all his life in a factory? It would have been such a waste of talent. So probably when they were doing something where they felt restricted, where they were not liberated in their mind, I'm sure they must have, it must have really you know, moved them that what they're doing is not right, which is covered in my book in What After Money and Fame, Kavita Seth's story, that when she was a school teacher teaching music, it was her inner voice saying she's not meant for this. She performs to a large number of, you know, group of audience, and she's not supposed to spend her life just being a school teacher. So that needs, those small things need courage, that I want to resign, I want to give up this and look at what life has in store for me.
आपको लगा होगा कि हर दिन की लड़ाई कहीं ना कहीं उनकी
Yes,
रहती
so I'm
होगी।
sure that when people are in misfits, wherever they are, I'm sure it's a very difficult life for them then, and they must be definitely thinking, must be having a lot of regret that they are not having the courage to do what they really want. And the sooner they realize that and dedicate themselves, if for certain reasons they are not able to completely give up, because a financial reason is one big factor because of which people continue in the jobs that they have on hand. So then too they should not let their passion die, because without passion a person is as good as dead, and living life of a dead person is no good life. You have to feel that life from within, and that passion gives you that energy.
लवली। सोनिया, कुछ आप रिमाइंड करके बताएं हमें कि जो ये जिन लोगों को आपने लिया तो उनकी आपने सारी बातें सुनी होंगी और उन्होंने अपने दिल को खोल करके रखा होगा आपके सामने, तो उनका क्या कहना था कि जो और लोग हैं जो अपना पैशन फॉलो करना चाहते हैं वो करें? तो कुछ ऐसे इंसिडेंट आप बता सकते हैं कि जो कि लोगों को इंस्पायर कर सकें कि किस तरीके से आप अपने जीवन को जिस धारा पे जाना चाहता है उस पर लेकर के जाएं?
उसमें एक चीज़ बहुत ज़रूरी है कि ये चीज़ आपके अंदर की आवाज़ होती है, वो आपको कोई बता नहीं सकता. It is your inner voice, and nobody can tell you what's right for you. At the end of the day, you know what is right for you, and how it is reflected is that you know, when over a period of long time, you know, maybe till school, college, I think you've lived a long enough life to know where your talents are. So and that's why I've traced all the stories from childhood onwards, and in most stories, you know that these things are reflected from childhood itself in people. So if it is Nikhil Chinnappa who pursued architecture but now finally is an RJ, VJ, DJ, so it was in his childhood that those things were evident, that and then life shows you those pointers, you know, that you go for certain auditions, you get selected, and that path just starts opening up for you. So you know that your talent is, you're being appreciated for it. It flows very naturally, very smoothly with you. And then there is also a story of Ashish Rajpal, who is an entrepreneur now. He runs Exceed Education. There is an education venture. So how he went on to do an MBA from XLRI, but then he thought that his calling was in education. So he went and did his education management from Harvard. And then he started his venture. So which is quitting all high profile jobs. That again needs courage, and that needs to answer your heart's calling. There is a story of Praveen Tyagi, which is a brilliant story in the book. That how he actually is a son of a you know, agricultural labor his father was, and in terms of not financially at all from a sound background, with 9 children, and how he believed in giving good education to his children with whatever means he could arrange, and how Praveen qualified IIT and then went on to establish his chain of coaching classes, which is in the name of PACE. And now he's recently set up a PACE Global World School in Bombay. Doing exceedingly well and looking at the rise of the child from the background he came to today, it's amazing. And then they go back to supporting economically weaker people who they feel are probably like themselves, like they were at one time, and give them support to rise, through their talents and abilities.
Obviously, they can understand much better because they've gone through that.
Yes. So I think it's a very holistic kind of exercise. It's a very integrated exercise where whatever talents you are spotting in your child, I think the parents also need to be very open, aware. I will recommend all parents whose children are in 10th and 12th grades to read this book, so that they are kind to themselves and they're kind to their children also, and not pushing a child who's not meant for engineering or medicine, pushing them in the rat race and leading a miserable life themselves as well as their children also. If your child is bright, by no means just give him wholehearted support to face the competition. But when you know that the child doesn't have inclination and capability to crack those exams, I think the world is full of opportunities. India of today is very different from what it was, couple of maybe decades back. So we must let the children grow and flower into the individuals they are. That is the most important possession of a society, of parents, of a family. I think there's no joy better than seeing your child flower and blossom into the individual he or she wants to be.
Great, Sonia. मुझे लगता है कि लोग इस पुस्तक को पढ़ेंगे और जितने भी पेरेंट्स हैं वो भी इस पुस्तक को पढ़ेंगे तो निश्चित रूप से उनको भी एक दिशा मिलेगी, एक डायरेक्शन मिलेगा उनको। थोड़ा सा और आपकी जर्नी में आगे बढ़ते हैं कि एक और आपकी किताब आई डिकोडिंग बॉलीवुड, और मैंने कुणाल कोहली को ये सुना कि उन्होंने कुणाल कोहली ने कहा कि भाई आप जब अपने बारे में पढ़ते हैं तो बहुत सारे इंसिडेंट जो हैं वो भूल जाते हैं आप, और उसके बाद वो फिर दोबारा जो है आपके जहन में जिंदा हो जाते हैं वो इंसिडेंट। तो एक दूसरा व्यक्ति लिख रहा है, एक राइटर लिख रहा है, तो उसके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अपने आप के बारे में जानना एक बड़ा सुखद अनुभव है, बहुत अच्छा है।
बिल्कुल
जी, तो कुछ बताएं कि ये कैसे डिकोडिंग बॉलीवुड की तरफ कैसे चले गए आप?
I live in Bombay, and I think that probably just one sentence answers your question because being in Bombay, and I like to watch films. I'm like that's one activity which just keeps you very occupied in your weekends. So and this was the 100th year of Indian cinema, the centenary year they were celebrating. So and as it is, after finishing My Life, My Rules, I think it becomes kind of an addiction. You enjoy the process so much that I wanted to write the next book. So all these factors just fitted very well together, and I said, okay, so Bollywood is a theme on which I want to write. But Bollywood is so overdone in every sort of media that I wasn't sure that what different am I going to bring in my book, how should I just approach the subject. So and then I put my mind to it, and I decided that okay, I am going to write Decoding Bollywood, which is through the stories of 15 film directors, not through actors, actresses who are so much covered in the glossies and magazines.
Why directors only?
Because a director is actually
he's the captain of the ship.
Is the captain of the ship. It is the director whose idea, concept it is. It is what the director has conceptualized is what you see on the screen. So he's actually, as you rightly said, is the captain of the ship, and he's the father, mother, whatever you say, of the whole.
He's like a mother. He had to deliver the baby.
Totally,
at the end of the day.
Totally, it is like this. Yes. So, so that was a good point, to approach the whole subject from. So that's how my journey, with Decoding Bollywood began, and I met these 15 directors. And through their life, the idea is not just to cover their journeys, but through that journey also bring different aspects of Bollywood to understanding, like, understand the whole concept of how Bollywood functions. So, it also shatters some myths and some things like the directors, there is a 100 crore concept, and there is, what other directors think of the films, which we normally call trash films. What do other directors have to say about it?
I know.
So it's interesting that what Anurag Basu told me. So he said that when you need fine dining also, you need fast food also, and you need Chinese also, you need all of those things. So you need all kinds of movies.
Yes.
And it's not necessary that you watch what you think is trash. You watch whatever other films that you like.
Yes.
So let creativity flow, let it be there, let different perspectives together be there. So those are the things. And then Kabir Khan's, if you read, or Mahesh Bhatt in the book if you read, or Ashutosh Gowarikar. So you understand that what a director is bringing on screen, or a Zoya Akhtar, it's so much to do with their own lives and their understanding of the concepts, the stories. So it's basically their journeys which they are interpreting as stories and bringing up on. So you understand that why a certain movie is like a certain movie.
Okay.
It has to do so much with the director's background, like Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra. That
why he makes similar kind of a movie,
why he made something like
patriotic,
because in Delhi 6 he has covered all those things about college. So he has gone through that phase in Delhi University.
Those
and all.
visuals are there,
So it has a lot to do how the film shapes up. To do with the director's life. Mahesh Bhatt's stories, so many are drawn from his own life.
Right.
So it gives a very fine understanding of how cinema functions and what a director and also it gives an inspiration to people who want to be again associated with film and media, that what kind of journey these people have led and how
we
they
say
can
the
also
book will give the right insight about the
yes
Bollywood.
Yes, and that's what I've heard from a lot of people who are interested in films, and that they find it very eye-opening, and they also find it inspirational. They also feel that okay, if this is the path that they have followed, then they can also try and see that if they can succeed in this area. And also another thing about Bollywood is that there are a lot of people who are interconnected with each other, which normally many people don't, common person probably doesn't know. But there's a lot of Karan Johar is connected with Yash Chopra in terms of they are related, and maybe Farah Khan's mother has worked with Salman Khan's father. So these ties go long back. So mostly that also gives the environment to children to be in films. Because when I asked Farah Khan this question, that what do you think your children are going to do? So are they going to be in films? So which is what she said, that looking at how the environment around, what they are going to get in terms of what they're learning while they are kids, in all likelihood the pull of this industry so much that in all likelihood they are going to be a part of the film industry in future.
Later also.
And which is what we see, I think most and it is definitely easy for people who come from film background, but there are people who are from non-film background like Kabir Khan and Sudhir Mishra. Then there is Prakash Jha covered in it. So how their journeys, how they have made it and managed to make big films. So it is inspiring.
Lovely. सोनिया, जो आपका जो ऐसा लगता है कि आपकी राइटिंग को पढ़ करके सुन करके कि आप स्ट्रगल को बहुत एंजॉय करते हैं, और कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा है कि वो एक तरफ आपका भी स्ट्रगल ऐसा झलकता है, राइटिंग का स्ट्रगल कह लीजिए उसको, जो भी स्ट्रगल कह लीजिए, और दूसरी तरफ लोगों की ज़िंदगी में जो स्ट्रगल चल रहा है, तो इसका कोई कॉम्बिनेशन, कहीं उसकी कोई जड़ें हैं या क्या, मतलब कहाँ से है ये?
अब जो चीज़ आसान होती है उसमें क्या मज़ा है? जो मज़ा तो उसी में ही है कि आप कुछ अपना रास्ता बनाएं,
बिल्कुल करके जब इंसान आए तो वही इंसान,
उसमें कैरेक्टर ऑल्सो नज़र आता है किसी भी इंसान का, जो एंड इस तरह से आई थिंक वो जो स्ट्रगल है उसको नेगेटिव वे में तो लेने की किसी को ज़रूरत ही नहीं है। जैसे कि बोलते हैं कि आप और भी निखर के बाहर आते हैं, जैसे कि एब्सोल्युटली वो ताप से ही उसका निखार बढ़ता है, और तो जैसे एक हीरा भी कोयला ही होता है पहले, एंड देन वो निखर के, तो जो मज़ा है वो उसी में ही है, जो आप अपना रास्ता जिस अख्तियार करें, उसमें जो भी आपको डिफ़िकल्टीज़ आएँ, वो इसीलिए डिफ़िकल्टीज़ बनाई गई हैं कि आप उससे निकल के अपनी मंजिल तक पहुँचे। कभी आपको मंजिल पता भी नहीं होती है, कभी पता होती है, दोनों ही तरीके से जब आप वो मुकाम क्रॉस कर लेते हैं और पीछे मुड़ के देखते हैं, तो आपको वो स्ट्रगल खराब कड़वा नहीं लगता, वो मीठा ही लगता है।
मीठा लगता है। सोनिया, कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि जो आप कुछ चीज़ों को लेकर के अपनी एक लिमिटेशंस भी बना लेते हैं, चाहे अनचाहे वो बन जाती हैं, बट वक्त के साथ आपको यू हैव टू ब्रेक योर ओन लिमिटेशंस ऑल्सो। आपको ये लिखने के दौरान कभी ऐसा लगा कुछ इस तरह से?
लिखने के दौरान अभी देखिए कि जो जैसे मैंने कॉर्पोरेट डीवाज़ ही पहली बार लिखी, तो मेरे को ये लगा कि ये लोग तो अगर 9 प्रोफेशनली क्वालिफाइड वुमेन हैव द बेस्ट ऑफ क्वालिफिकेशन and people from family business background, in some way or the other they have support from, of course they have their inner drive. तो ऐसा कुछ लिखा जाए जो जिसमें काफ़ी as you said, जिसमें स्ट्रगल हो, चैलेंज हो, और जिसमें अलग तरह का, इसमें भी स्ट्रगल चैलेंज है, नॉट टू अंडरस्टैंड इट द अदर वे। जब आप प्रोफेशनली भी compete कर रहे हैं किसी फील्ड में, वो अपनी तरह का एक चैलेंज है, और ये अपनी तरह का एक चैलेंज है जब आप अपनी लिमिटेशंस तोड़ के और कुछ करना चाहते हैं जो जिससे आप आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, जो who defines you as a person। तो उसमें मेरे को बहुत मज़ा आया ये करने में। और वो जो आइकोनोक्लास्टिक थिंग होती है, जो ब्रेकिंग मिथ होता है, ब्रेकिंग बैरियर होता है, वो तो मेरे को कुछ बहुत ही मज़ा आता है वो सब चीज़ें करने में। कन्वेंशनल पाथ से अलग हट के चलना, मेरे को लगता है वो एक सोसाइटी में ज़रूरत भी बहुत है। और अगर आप देखें कि ऐसा अगर नहीं होता तो आज अगर इन केस ऑफ विमेन, इंस्टेंस ऑफ विमेन आप देखते तो ना विमेन को वोटिंग का राइट होता, ना उनको एजुकेशन होती, ना राइट टू वर्क होता, ना राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी होता। अगर किन्हीं लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं सोचा होता तो सोसाइटी आगे नहीं बढ़ सकती थी,
आगे नहीं बढ़ सकती थी।
और आज की डेट में जब हम देखते हैं कि the ISRO women have such a big role, I think it is so hugely inspiring for the girls of our country, for the women of our country, that what you can achieve and how talented when people say that women are not meant for maths and science, completely you prove it wrong. Or when a movie like Dangal is made, I think it's amazing, it's brilliant. Movies like this should be made because it breaks the social norms and conventions and makes people think in a different way. And society at the end of it ends up benefiting from such things. It only progresses. So I love those kind of...
Sonia, आपने while writing, you enjoyed the childhood of this story. आपने उनका स्ट्रगल भी इंजॉय किया, आपने उनकी एक हाइट भी देखी, आप उनसे मिले भी। उसके बाद आपको निश्चित रूप से लगा होगा कि व्हाट एल्स, व्हाट नेक्स्ट, एंड व्हाट नेक्स्ट के लिए देन योर नेक्स्ट बुक वाज रेडी। सो कह सकते हैं कि इसी वजह से ये आइडिया था या कुछ और वजह थी? आपने
बहुत ही सही तरीके से पहचाना। you are absolutely able to put the steps, the building blocks of my journey, one after the other. This is exactly what I went through. And I said that there are the highest achievers of the country, whether in academics or in their other fields in music, or I know by and large the stories and what they've gone through and what their life is like. So what now? What is it that what's the next topic I should write on? Because I wanted to write, that was very clear. So then, as always, I always brainstorm things with my husband, who comes up also with great ideas, and we click fortunately in terms of what we So he suggested that why not we write on this theme. So in fact, that whole process is also like you discuss a few things, then you feel that okay, certain topic is fine, but after a few days it just loses its charm. So but this topic stayed with me. I was motivated that I think this looks interesting, I can stay with this topic for one whole year, because it's usually a year that a book takes to write. So, and that's where I thought that this was brilliant, and let me just get in touch with the people who are qualified to speak on this theme, who have the money, who have the fame, and who can share the experience and talk about something which is more long lasting, which is more beyond these materialistic trappings, that what is it that motivates and sustains an individual. So it was an amazing and kind of a spiritual journey, I would say.
Okay. आप कह सकते हैं कि एक आध्यात्मिक जर्नी।
Very much, yes.
बिल्कुल। आप देखते हैं कि जब टॉप पर पहुंचते हैं जो लोग पहुंचते हैं, तो ये भी कहा जाता है they think alike. So did you find this kind of a similarity in them?
Yeah, as I said, that in terms of their sense of purpose, and in terms of their remaining true to that and perseverance, I guess that is something which is very common across the profiles. That you you never give up. You are continuously just
following your
through
dreams,
all
your passion.
yes, through all the challenges you are moving on, and most of the times it's over a long period of time that you can actually assess the character of a person, because in short term there are many people who will achieve success and they will fade out from the scene, and then somebody else will come. But there are people who stay on in the long game. They keep achieving small successes from time to time, and that success also doesn't go to their head. They know that that is just one milestone of their journey. They keep setting the next milestone and keep going forward. So over a period of 15, 20 years, then you see that how beautiful the whole journey, the
Then
whole
they start
character.
enjoying that journey.
They start enjoying that journey, I'm sure, because otherwise you won't set the milestone.
Obviously,
You will just phase out, and that's what happens with many brilliant, bright people. Many times it's their own internal urge which dies out, and many times, sadly, they are probably not able to get some external support which is needed many times, because of which their flame dies out. But fine, they may not probably जिसको बोलते हैं कि उन्होंने किसी फील्ड में अपने झंडे नहीं गाड़ देंगे, लेकिन I'm sure as individuals, whatever they do, I'm sure they give their best and they're happy at the end of the day, which is very important.
Lovely.
More than
सोनिया, जो आपकी बुक है व्हाट आफ्टर मनी एंड फेम,
Yeah.
अब मुझे लगता है कि इसमें 3-4 लोग ऐसे हैं जो बिलियनर हैं.
yes.
तो वहाँ पहुँचने के बाद में इतना धन, इतना पैसा, इतनी रिचनेस देखने के बाद में क्या लगा आपको? उनके माइंड में क्या है अब आगे?
अभी देखिए, कमाल की बात ये है कि इसमें बिलियनियर्स तो 4 बिलियनियर्स हैं. Mr. Adi Godrej is a billionaire. Ajay Piramal is a billionaire in the book. Annu Aga is a billionaire, and Narayan Murthy is a billionaire. There are billionaires covered in the book, which is Narayan Murthy and Ajay Piramal, and there is also Dr. Naresh Trehan and Harish Salve. Investment banker like Amit Chandra is there. Politician Jayant Sinha is in the book. Then there is the top Dr. Naresh Trehan. Then there is Hafiz Contractor, who is a top architect. There is a top lawyer, Harish Salve. There is somebody who's achieved accolades in music, art, and these fields. Kavita Seth is there, and Javed Akhtar Saab is there. So ये सब लोग जो हैं, एक अमेजिंग बात ये है कि सब कुछ जब आपने पा लिया, उसके बाद एक्चुअली क्या चीज़ शाइन आउट होती है, वो होती है सिंप्लिसिटी. हर चीज़ बहुत सिंपल, लोगों को देखने का नज़रिया एकदम चीज़ों का वो सिंपल हो जाता है. सिंपल मतलब आपको किस
हम्बल हो जाते हैं,
हम्बल भी बहुत हो जाते हैं आप, एंड आपको जो फाइनली जिस चीज़ से
सहजता आ जाती है,
सहजता बहुत आ जाती है, एंड फाइनली आपको जिस चीज़ से बहुत सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलता है, जो कि रशेश शाह भी हैं इसमें एडलवाइस के, उन्होंने भी बोला है कि after everything you want to be a good human being. That is how people start looking inward and seeing कि अभी मेरे पास सब कुछ है, धन दौलत पैसा, जैसा कि वो एक डायलॉग भी है जंजीर का या क्या है तो उसमें फिर वो लोग देखना शुरू करते हैं कि अभी am I a good human being. I think फोकस उस पर बहुत आ जाता है. एंड आप सिंपल जो लाइफ के बेसिक वैल्यूज़ हैं कि यू वांट टू बी ऑफ सर्विस टू पीपल, दैट गिव्स यू एंड दैट गिव्स यू लॉन्ग लास्टिंग सेटिस्फैक्शन. आई मीन उसको आपसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता फिर, एंड उसके अलावा आप कुछ और कर भी नहीं सकते जो आपको सुख एंड शांति देगा. यू वांट टू बी ऑफ सर्विस, you want to do good to others, philanthropy you want to do, then you want to bring happiness to as many, on the faces of so many people like Narayan Murthy says, or like what Rashesh Shah says, that थोड़ा सा भी आप किसी को कुछ देंगे, आप अपनी तरफ से बहुत कम दे रहे हैं पर किसी की लाइफ में वो बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस कर सकता है. तो या फिर अन्नू आगा भी जो हैं, उनको ज्वेलरी ये सबसे या बड़ी कार इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. उनको जो सुख और शांति मिलती है वो टू वर्क इन द फील्ड ऑफ एजुकेशन, टू वर्क विद चिल्ड्रन, दैट इज़ व्हाट गिव्स हर ट्रू जॉय. तो वो फिर ये पता चलता है कि ये सब चीज़ें ठीक हैं, मटीरियलिस्टिक चीज़ें एक हद तक आप उसको, एंड वो हम लोग अपनी लाइफ में भी देखते हैं कि हम जो भी चीज़ अक्वायर करना चाहते हैं, जिसको बोलते हैं, जैसे ही हमने अक्वायर करी उसकी मीनिंग वहीं ख़त्म हो जाती है
हासिल होने के बाद.
और उसके बाद फिर और भी चीज़ है तो उसके कोई अंत नहीं है मटीरियलिस्टिक चीज़ों का. आप यू कैन गो ऑन एंड ऑन इन दैट जर्नी एंड इट्स स्टिल यू विल नॉट बी. द पॉइंट इज़ दैट वो चेस करके आपको फिर भी सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं मिलेगा. आपको फाइनली सेटिस्फैक्शन जो इन लोगों ने ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, तो उससे हमें पता चलता है कि ये सब चीज़ें फाइनली जीवन का सार और तथ्य यही है, जिसमें सब कुछ पाके भी ये लोग फिर लगे हुए हैं।
क्या बात है।
जैसे कि अजय पीरामल भी बोलते हैं, उनको भगवद गीता में बहुत विश्वास है। तो और उनकी लाइफ को तो उन्होंने इतना सिंपल बना दिया है कि वो बोलते हैं कि आई एम जस्ट एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट। ये क्या क्यों मेरे साथ हो रहा है इसकी कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं। ये नहीं है कि आई एम अ ब्रिलियंट M&A strategist। जो है इट इज़ ऑल इंस्पिरेशन दैट इज गोइंग टू द हाईएस्ट स्पिरिचुअल स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग।
कह सकते हैं कि एक डिवाइन जर्नी जो है वो रियल सेंस में शुरू हुई है। सोनिया, ये तो आपकी बहुत ही खूबसूरत यात्रा रही इन किताबों के माध्यम से, जो आपने पाया, जो समझा, जो समाज को दिया। फिक्शन राइटर और नॉन फिक्शन राइटर का जो है आपने एक अच्छा माध्यम भी चुना कि उसके अंदर इंस्पिरेशन भी ऐड कर दें। तो ये जो नॉन फिक्शन का आइडिया ही आपका चलता रहेगा आगे, या फिर फिक्शन पे भी आप जाएंगे?
मेरे को लगता है कि मेरे को सीधी बात कहने में ज़्यादा विश्वास है। वो उसको फिक्शन के माध्यम से घुमा फिरा के स्टोरी बना के कहना, एंड उसके अलावा आज की दुनिया में इतनी चीज़ें ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, इतनी चीज़ें हो रही है कि वो सब आप, एंड उसमें सब में आपको बहुत इंटरेस्ट भी आता है, चाहे वो पॉलिटिक्स हो, चाहे स्पोर्ट्स हो, चाहे म्यूज़िक हो, चाहे यू नो देयर आर साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी हो, देयर इज सो मच टू एब्जॉर्ब फ्रॉम व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन इन द करंट एनवायरनमेंट। सो आई थिंक द प्रेजेंट engages me hugely, and I feel that I still feel that the real stories are the stories which actually
exist and the people are living,
and there is enough to do in that area. And there are some brilliant fiction writers who are doing brilliant work. So I guess fiction is not meant for me. I am a non-fiction person, and I will continue to be a non-fiction. As of now, I think I feel that's my strength and that's my calling.
Lovely. सोनिया, प्रोग्राम को समेटने का समय हो चला है। आप कुछ हमारे दर्शकों से कहना चाहेंगे जो यंग एस्पिरेंट राइटर्स हैं, कि अगर उनके अंदर भी कहीं ना कहीं एक इनहिबिशन होता है कि हम बढ़ पाएंगे, नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे आगे, क्या होगा, बहुत बड़े बड़े राइटर हैं, तो कुछ कहना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि आपने भी कभी शुरुआत जीरो से की होगी।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। तो जो भी कोई लिखना चाहता है, तो सबसे पहली चीज़ तो हम ये कहना चाहेंगे कि there is you know something this is being said that there is one book in every person. So, and that story can be only your story, unique to yourself, and what you bring to table, you can be absolutely sure that nobody else will bring, because your experiences, you are a unique individual, you will bring something totally different to table. So not just get overwhelmed by what there is around you, and just focus on your passion, and with that passion will come creativity, and which will be unique, and which there will be takers and there will be publishers who want to publish you know that unique thing which you bring to table. So just give the important thing to do here is that pay a lot of attention to synopsis first. That concept should be very strong, that you know you are convinced about it yourself, and when you take it to the publisher, they also feel that there is something unique you are bringing to table, and I'm sure nothing can stop you.
जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सोनिया आपका कि आपने MSTV से बात की। जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सोनिया आपका कि आपने MSTV से अपनी दिल की बात की और अपनी किताबों के ज़रिए हमें इंस्पायर किया। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
थैंक यू सो मच सुशील जी, आपसे भी बात करके बहुत आनंद आया, एंड थैंक्स सो मच, इट वाज अ लवली एक्सपीरियंस।
या सेम हियर। तो दोस्तों, ये थे सोनिया गोलानी, बेस्ट सेलर राइटर। आपने देखा कि किस तरीके से उन्होंने अपनी बात रखी और अपनी किताबों के ज़रिए उन्होंने तमाम लोगों को इंस्पायर किया है। आपको भी अगर ये पुस्तकें कहीं मिलती हैं तो आप ज़रूर इनको पढ़ें और अपने जीवन को संवार सकते हैं। आप देख रहे थे मेरे साथ रूबरू। अगले किसी प्रोग्राम में फिर मैं हाजिर रहूँगा एक ख़ास मेहमान के साथ। अब लेता हूँ इजाज़त। नमस्कार।